Obviously, you've been here for a sort of few weeks. What's the overall experience been like?
I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed every minute since I've stepped foot in here. The staff has made me feel welcome, the players as well, and I can only thank them for that because it makes life easier on the pitch when everything off it is going well. So yeah, I'm happy.
What sort of personalities are they?
We got a young team. There's some senior players who look after you well, and the younger players do as well. To be fair, everyone's like a family, and it's good. It's good. We've got a good group.
Obviously, you've been at Chelsea, you've been at Spurs. So how does it feel taking that sort of step down to hopefully come back?
I wouldn't necessarily call it a step down. It's just a place where it's an opportunity for me to play and show people what I can do in a first-team environment. So I think that's what I need at this stage of my career, and it would only develop me. So yeah, I wouldn't really class it as a step down, but it's a place for me to develop and grow as a player.
And just from the very early experience of playing sort of League Two, have you found it? How's the adjustment?
I've enjoyed it. It's more physical than under 23s football, but just the feeling of playing for the 3 points, it meaning something, and just the fans and everything. I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed the atmosphere, and ready to keep going.
I think you've been here with Chelsea with the under 23s. Is
Yeah.
that right? Did that play any part? Did you remember much about those games at all?
Yeah, I remember that game. And I remember the stadium and the fans Swindon had at the time when we played. So that played a part. Knowing that they've got a good fan base and the fans support the team, which is good. But ideally, it was just the project for me and what they feel I can do as a club, and so it was a no-brainer for me.
And how would you sort of describe the Chelsea and Spurs experiences? Now, that's a very broad question.
The experiences were good. They made me the player I am today. I've got nothing bad to say about Chelsea nor Tottenham. It's just something sometimes in someone's life you just need to take the next step somewhere to develop yourself, and I like to keep moving forward and challenging myself, and this is a challenge for me. So it's a hurdle that I need to overcome.
And you did get a taste of first-team football with Spurs from Jose Mourinho.
Yeah, I played in the Europa League in one of the qualifying rounds, and I enjoyed it. It was good, and now I know what it takes, and that's just driven me on, motivated me even more. So it was a good experience.
What do you try and take from the experience of training with world-class players? Having such a regarded manager as Jose Mourinho into this sort of next step of your career.
I just think every experience you got to take the pros and cons out of it, and I know myself as a player and what those experiences taught me, and I just got to implement it here. It made me grow as an individual, made me grow as a man, and all those things over the years at Chelsea and at Tottenham have developed me to where I am now, which will then enable me to kick on and show people what I can do.
We've sort of seen a bit of you at Gillingham, which it's a slightly odd game because you're playing against 10 men for so long, but what would you sort of classify as your hopeful strength and abilities in your position?
My strength is my work ethic and my energy and how I am technically on the ball. I think defensively I'm good also, but I will bring energy, I will run forward, I will get crosses in, and I will be that player that can do it that way and also defend well solidly. So yeah, that's what I would say for the fans to expect.
And presumably if you haven't got that technical ability, you can't get as far at Chelsea and Spurs as you did.
They're both very technical teams. They both look for technical players, but I would say over the years I spent 12 years at Chelsea and 2 at Tottenham, so it's also developed, and the work we do at Chelsea and at Tottenham has developed me to where I am now.
I think you've got some Portuguese background and you played a bit for them, so just tell us about that.
I played for Portugal at under 17 and 18 level, and played for England at under 15 and under 16 level. My mum's Portuguese, so I get that from her. So that's another experience which I enjoyed, playing with players from the likes of Porto, Benfica, and just a different style of football, but I enjoyed it.
I was going to say, were there did you sort of see a real sort of different aspect, and the kind of coaches ask you to do different things that you weren't asked to do so much?
Yeah, I think in any team, club or country level, every manager has a different philosophy. Every manager looks for something different in each and every player. But in Portugal, it was very technical, and yeah, the manager looked for those type of players again, and looked for players. In Portugal, the top teams are Benfica, Sporting, and those teams there. So we had a lot of players from there, and it was a good experience. Players that have kicked on. To be fair, like Fabio Vieira, he's just gone to Arsenal. Like so, Nuno Tavares, who's at Arsenal now as well. Those were players that were in my age group.
I keep seeing Nuno Tavares rip it up for Marcel whenever I look at the highlights.
Yeah, he's doing well. He's doing very well. Credit to him. It's brave to make a move out of your hometown. But yeah, credit to him, and I'm glad to see him flourishing.
And the last one, just going sort of back to that kind of theme of technical players and that ability, is that part of the attraction of Swindon? Because there is a desire here to sort of try and play a passing game rather than a more sort of classically physical League Two game, if you like.
Yeah, totally. I would like to go to a place where I feel it will develop my strengths and help me improve, and that will suit my style of play. I think any player would want to go to a club that suits them the best that they could, and this was a perfect fit for me. So I'm glad it did play a major part, and it was very attractive the way they play football and the way we dictate games, we control possession and the chances we create. And the rotation that the gaffer has asked us to do and stuff like that is what I can do and what I enjoy doing. So yeah, it did play a big part in me coming in.
I think nice to meet you. Good luck.
Cheers, thank you.